Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I'm your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop, and it's time to go back to the theater. And we've been getting a ton of nun and devil movies hitting theaters lately. Well, here's another one. This one, however, is a prequel to The Omen, my review of the 2024 horror film, The First Omen, coming up now. A young American woman, Margaret, is sent to Rome to begin a life of service to the church, joining a new convent to take the veil. She encounters a darkness that causes her to question her own faith and uncovers a terrifying conspiracy that hopes to bring about the birth of evil incarnate. So, what did I think of The First Omen? I thought it's a well-made and eerie supernatural horror prequel. It's directed by Arkasha Stevenson in her feature directorial film debut, which is rather impressive. First off, it's hard not to compare this with the horror film Immaculate, as they were released within 2 weeks of each other and have a very similar premise and plot points. But thankfully, as it goes on, the execution is different. There are also a number of homages and nods to films such as Rosemary's Baby and Possession. The First Omen feels like a project that was made in the decade it's set in, being the 1970s, from the filmmaking, music, editing, and camera work. There's some odd and disturbing imagery throughout, including an intriguing delivery scene that was very close to earning the film an NC-17 rating. There's a number of creepy moments, and the film does a nice job of building atmosphere, dread, suspense, and tension. Of course, there's a handful of jump scares, a few that are annoying, but one that's pretty fun. There are a few interesting ideas here as Margaret begins uncovering what the church is trying to do and what's going on with a young girl she meets named Carlita, who's been seeing visions and finding herself getting locked in a place called the Bad Room. The protests and riots going on in Rome brings a bit of intrigue as well. The twists and turns thrown at us are rather obvious, and we can see them coming a mile away. There's also some predictably shady characters that Margaret shouldn't be trusting, but of course, she does. There's an epilogue of sorts that feels extremely tacked on, almost making it feel like a Marvel film. Clocking in right at 2 hours, the film does go on a little too long, and could have been edited down a bit. The cast stars Nell Tiger-Free as Margaret Dano, the American nun-to-be sent to Rome to work in the orphanage before taking the veil, Ralph Ineson as Father Brennan, the priest who warns Margaret about the conspiracy, Bill Nighy as Cardinal Lawrence, a senior member of the Catholic Church, Sonia Braga as Sister Sylvia, the abbess of the orphanage, and Nicole Sorace as Carlita, one of the older orphans Margaret starts bonding with. While it doesn't exactly reinvent the wheel, The First Omen is a well-crafted and ambitious horror entry with a standout performance from Nell Tiger-Free. Number-wise, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, which gives it the A-list rating of Do It. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/Westside515. Like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTroopAlist. And of course, you can follow me on the Instagram and Letterboxd at WesAlist. Until next time, Troop out.